Today is Tuesday, November 2nd. Tuesday, November 2nd. I have a shoot today, so I wanted to vlog this. So that's why you're seeing this video one day late. But as the title of this video suggests, today we're gonna go through 5 lessons that I feel every videographer, photographer, creative in general should know. And it's things that I've learned over the 5 years of me being a professional videographer. And I wanted to include that today, mix in with a little bit of a vlog just to show you what a typical shoot day looks like and feels like. Just went grocery shopping, as you saw, bought some groceries, put them away. It's important to put away your groceries, right? Don't just leave them laying around. But next thing that I wanted to show you guys was just my camera bag for today, what I'm bringing. It's my usual setup as always, nothing super drastically different. But I'm shooting a dance video with my good friend, Brandon. We're just doing it for fun, nothing super crazy. He rented out a loft studio in downtown LA. I'm just gonna make like a cool little conceptual video that he planned out. He just brought me on to shoot it. So I'm gonna be shooting everything on my Sony a7S Mark III, as you can see here. For my lenses, I have my Sony 24-70 f2.8 G Master. I also am bringing my Sony 70-200 f2.8 G Master, which I definitely will not need. Like, there's zero reason for me to bring it. I always like to overpack. I'm also bringing my Sony a7R Mark III to vlog, and then I have the Sony 16-35 f2.8 G Master on that camera, which I'll probably switch out once I get to the shoot. Also bringing my Contax T2 for some film photos. And last but not least, I'm bringing my DJI Ronin S. So, as I mentioned, again, 5 lessons that I feel like every videographer should know before you're getting started, as you're getting started, wherever you are in your journey. I think these are just valuable lessons that I've learned along the way that I think everyone should be mindful of. Before we head over to the shoot, I wanted to leave you with the first 2 that I had in mind. The first one being to say no. Say no a lot, not just once or twice. Say no to anything and everything. And I know not everyone has the luxury of saying no, especially if you're just getting started. You don't have a lot of consistent clients, you don't have a lot of leads, you don't have a lot of people reaching out to you. It can be very tempting to just say yes to every single project, even if it's paying you dirt cheap, even if it's paying you nothing. But the more that you progress in this career path, the older you get, the more your priorities shift and you have other things that you want to do in life. It's really important to just take care of your well-being, whether that's mental, physical, emotional, spiritual. It's important to just say no to things that you really just don't want to do, things that might take up your time, things that might make you miss out on events or moments with people that you really want to spend time with. And sad to say, but a lot of the projects that people reach out to me about just aren't really worth it. And I'm sure you've experienced the same thing. You know, it might be a really small company or just a person who wants you to shoot a birthday party. Don't get me wrong, I've shot birthday parties for some people, but I've shot one birthday party and it was for an NBA player. I now am at a point in my career where I have the ability to say no, and the projects that I do say yes to bring me enough financial stability to sustain me for a month, 2 months. But I know as you're starting out, you really want to say yes to everything, and you'll quickly learn that that'll start eating away at you. You'll start doing things that you don't want to be doing, you don't want to be there, and it's gonna show in your final product. So in order to maintain a quality product that you can deliver to your client, just make sure to say no a lot. Say no to things you want to do. It'll really pay off in the long run, trust me. The second thing that I wanted to leave you with was that everything takes time. Be patient. We live in a society, we live in a time where instant gratification is something that we value a lot. It's something that we chase a lot. It's really easy to get discouraged if we're not seeing the results that we want right off the bat. It's really easy to go on Instagram or TikTok and see other videographers or photographers working with your dream celebrities, people that you want to be shooting with, people that you aspire to work with. And if you do this for 3 months, 6 months, a year, and you are not working with the people that you want to be working, or you're not shooting for your favorite NBA team or your favorite football team or your favorite artist, it's really easy to give up on yourself. But I've been doing this for 5 years now, and I've just gotten to the point where I'm working with people I always imagined that I would be working with. And that's not to say that over the course of the 5 years I didn't have amazing opportunities, but it really took a long time to just find my footing, find some sort of stability, find my path and my niche, and connect with the people that I was meant to connect with. And I'm a firm believer that everything happens for a reason. So trust the journey. And if this is something that you really, really want to do, it's going to pay off. Everything just takes time. So just because you are in year 1, year 2, year 3, and you're not where you think you should be, or you're comparing yourself to other people, don't do that. Everything takes time and you'll definitely get there. Also, quick correction to saying no. That also includes people who aren't really your friends but claim to be your friends, and they only want to hang out with you when they want to shoot. That also includes your family members who want to tell you that what you're doing isn't a real career path and they want you to do something else. Anything that brings you negative energy, also say no. Moving on to tip number 3, as I'm driving, maybe not the safest idea, but I've said this before and I'll say it again and I'll keep saying it because it's so important. Save your money. Like, save your money. Keep your expenses as low as possible. If you're living at home and you can live at home and it's okay for your mental well-being and your social well-being, live at home. Just don't spend money on things that you don't need to, because it's really, really difficult to make good money doing freelance videography and photography. If it's for social media, just make sure to save your money and just don't spend it on unnecessary things. There's a guy totally looking at me right now. Keep your expenses as low as possible. Don't spend money that you don't need to. Don't compare yourself to your friends who graduated college and they're making 6 figures and are getting promotions and have corporate jobs. It's not the same. If you grind long enough, you'll be making way more money than them doing cooler shit. So don't sweat it out in year 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You know, people will spend hundreds of thousands of dollars going to undergraduate school, taking out loans. And if you can just save your money and not spend any of that type of money, you're in good shape. So tip number 3, and I'm gonna keep saying this in all my videos from here on out, but save your money. It's so important. Or reinvest it into your gear, into other camera equipment, things that are gonna make you better and elevate your product as well, so you can charge more. It's all about charging more at the end of the day. Okay, so I know this is a bit of an abrupt change because literally the last clip you saw me was driving, and now today is Thursday. There wasn't a vlog in between because what I'm about to show you. So I picked up my friend Brandon from his apartment, and then we headed over to the studio that he had rented via Peerspace. And when we got there, you're just gonna have to see what we walked into. And this is Brandon's footage from his iPhone, and then I also filmed on this camera, but it was just, I'm just gonna let you see.
Wait, like, it's literally so messy in here. This is not, someone's sleeping in here. Someone's living in here.
Is someone in here currently?
No, but there's a bed here in the middle of the, wait.
Are you being dead ass right now?
Yeah,
there's a bed, there's hair products, chip crumbs, food crumbs. Wait. Wait.
Crazy.
All right, I'm about to make a video to send him really quickly.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go back to the front door. You're joking.
That's insane.
Hey Simon, so we're at the studio and we walked into this. I'm not sure if you haven't been here in a while, but it fully looks like someone's living here. There's a bed, there's a scone, half eaten. There's a bed that someone's been sleeping on. This is entirely unacceptable. I'm the person who rented the studio from you today, and I have no idea what I just walked into.
We obviously decided to not shoot because we couldn't shoot. That place was just a mess. Like, we hadn't, like, we walked into just someone was living there, literally. Like, there was a bed, there was half-eaten food, like, it was crazy. So we had both already been feeling off as far as our energy goes, and this really just solidified it that we just weren't meant to be shooting that day. And as a bonus tip, this was supposed to be 5 lessons, but giving you a bonus lesson here, you always have to be flexible. Just be flexible with life, with relationships, with events. You know, don't let anything bring you down. Don't let anything take you up too high. Just be flexible. with things and don't ever feel one way or the other as far as like feeling bad that something didn't happen the way you wanted to, or you know, because things happen in life and that's just kind of the way it goes. So instead of shooting on Tuesday, we actually ended up just going to grab some lunch, and we just kind of hung out, got in some sunlight, which we desperately needed, and just chilled, hung out as friends. So, you know, things don't always go your way, so remember that. But moving right along, moving on to lessons tip number 4. Don't follow this career path for the wrong reasons. Don't become a videographer because you think you are going to have celebrity friends. Don't do this because you want to be an influencer. Don't do this because you think you're gonna get rich quick, because that's also not gonna happen. But just don't do this for the wrong reasons, because not only will it start eating away at you, at your soul, it's gonna make you hate what you do. It's gonna make you hate those around you. You're gonna be really unpleasant to be around because you're doing everything for the wrong reason, and you're gonna end up around other people who are also doing what they do for the wrong reason. So I'm a big believer that a like energy attracts similar energy. So just make sure that you are in it for the right reasons, because you love to create visuals, you love to storytell, and you're just a good person. So don't do this for the wrong reasons. Lesson number 4. And moving right along to our 5th and final lesson, always be professional. Don't ever mix your personal relationships with your work relationships. And something that I've learned in this career path is that people hire me and people want to work with me based on just the energy and the sort of friendship or kinship that we share, and it can be really dangerous to get hired or to work with people based on just like vibes. And it's really difficult to blur the lines between a friendship and a working relationship. And just because, you know, you hang out with some of these people outside of just like a shoot, and you know, you build a relationship where people think you're their friend, and you're gonna do work for less than what you usually charge, or might even do it for free, like that's just completely wrong. And it can create a lot of awkward situations and scenarios where someone was under the impression that because you're friends, you're gonna do something for free, but in fact you send them that proposal or that quote, and they are just offended because they're like, oh, why is Saul like charging me now? I thought we were friends. But that's just not how it works. So just highly recommend you to keep your friendships and work relationships separately. And if you do end up working with your friends, just have a very honest and upfront conversation about expectations and what they should expect as far as how much you charge. And those are very difficult, awkward, uncomfortable conversations that you're gonna have to get used to having. I still struggle with them. They're very difficult. Like, you don't ever want to rub someone the wrong way, or make someone think that, oh, now you're too cool to be working for them or whatever. But at the end of the day, this is your livelihood. You do need to pay your bills. You do need to make money off of this. So, you know, always be professional, always be kind-hearted, have those conversations, communicate from the get-go. Don't wait until the last minute or like the day before the shoot. I've made that mistake before, so don't do that. So that's our 5th and final lesson for today. Always maintain some level of professionalism and keep your relationships separate. As you saw, today's vlog didn't go as planned, but what did I say? You always got to stay flexible and just be light on your feet, you know? Don't be afraid to readjust. But I hope that you learned something from any of these lessons, tips, whatever you want to call them. Those are more theoretical things that I've learned over the course of my career, things that I apply to this day. So, you know, hopefully, you know, I'm here to share more of the life aspect of what it's like to be a videographer. I don't want to teach you the technical things. There's a million YouTubers that you can go watch tutorials from, but hopefully I can share some wisdom as to how this career path impacts your day-to-day life and how to best navigate being a freelance creative, videographer, photographer, whatever it may be. And I'm just happy to share some of the things that I've learned, and hopefully you're learning from them. With that being said, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, leave some questions in the comments, DM me on Instagram, as always, at Saul Lopez. I will reply to anyone. Just don't be weird. But with that, appreciate you. Hope you're staying safe. Go have some good food. Go drink some water. Stay hydrated. Also, very key lesson in life. Drink some water. But I'll see you next week. Peace.
I might just hit it through. That's on my element. I like dark skins. Love a melanin. Talk, pushing, talk. When I'm stepping